Summary, Delegate Rush.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise for a point of personal privilege.
Delegate has the floor.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, members of the House, today I want to talk about the important issue of jobs in the economy. This year has the potential to be a transformative year for Virginia because we are at a time where our business climate is booming. We are removing burdensome regulation, and our business community is responding. Everybody in this body will be asked to vote on several major economic development projects this year. Virginia was honored to receive late in 2018 the announcement that Amazon will be opening at its second headquarters right here in Virginia, bringing along with it tens of thousands of new jobs to be filled by hard-working Virginians. According to the Virginia Chamber Foundation, Amazon's offices alone will produce an estimated economic activity of $6.4 billion from 2019 to 2030. But it gets better, Mr. Speaker. The total impact when including spin-off businesses will be more than twice that. That's $15 billion in new economic activity and 60,002 new jobs by 2030. Mr. Speaker, another big announcement last year was Micron. And despite some saying the 1,100 jobs weren't wanted, Micron plans a major expansion in Virginia, and we cannot be happier to continue that relationship. I'd like to thank the Virginia Economic Development Partnership and Stephen Murray for their hard work. So, Mr. Speaker, why this great increase in economic activity? Well, because Virginia, in many cases led by this body, have kept Virginia's business climate welcoming and ripe for business. Did you know, according to the Virginia Chamber of Commerce, last year alone, the General Assembly defeated bills that would have cost Virginia 150,000 jobs? Mr. Speaker, another stat, Virginia is constantly ranked in the top 5 of most business-friendly states, and that's across multiple publications, many of which cite our focus on regulatory reform, and regulatory reform last year was championed by my good friend, Republican delegate from Fauquier, Delegate Weber. That's right, Mike. Mr. Speaker, how do we get here? Well, this is a result of a lot of hard work. Over the past few years, we've transformed our economic development model to be more responsive, more proactive, and more creative. We've focused on economic growth, not just economic recruitment. One example is this, Mr. Speaker, and you championed this, was the creation of Go Virginia, which has helped foster an environment of partnership and collaboration. We have also redesigned our research and commercialization efforts to capitalize on existing resources and compete in the economy of tomorrow. Lastly, we've increased our oversight and accountability with economic development, which has restored a level of trust and confidence in our efforts to recruit and grow businesses. But it's important to remember we didn't get here overnight, and I can promise you we'll drop back quickly if we don't continue to fight for economic growth policies. That means protecting right to work. That means keeping taxes low. That means developing our talent pipeline, which, Mr. Speaker, I know is a major focus of you this year. The delegate from Suffolk, Delegate Jones, is also carrying legislation this year that creates, and this is a mouthful, the Commonwealth of Virginia Research Consortium Authority to oversee and support research and commercialization in the Commonwealth. Mr. Speaker, you have legislation that I know you know well. This legislation will foster innovation partnerships on degree productions, internships for young people, business involvement that will make sure our young people find good jobs and can live out their lives in the Commonwealth, not Silicon Valley. Paired with robust research efforts, we can take Virginia to the next level when it comes to patenting new, innovative technologies and ideas. It's about taking the great work being done at our colleges and turning it into commercial applications that help our businesses grow and our economy grow. In closing, why is Virginia thriving? Because of our work together to secure major initiatives like Amazon and Micron, and because of this House work to keep our economic climate business friendly. We can take the next step and make 2019, the 400th year of this body, a transformative one for our economy and our future. We continue to make Virginia the best place to live, work, raise a family, and retire. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.